Right. Right, guys, welcome... For fuck's sake, Shorty. I said the first word of the fucking intro.
It's great.
This is Balls Deep, an Airsoft podcast.
Are you just going to try talking over him now?
Yeah, I'm going to try talking over you. Alright, guys, welcome to Balls Deep, the Airsoft podcast, where we kind of sort of sometimes talk about Airsoft, but mainly get distracted and talk about everything and anything else. I'm UK... Fuck! I'm UK ICS Captain Magaz, and together... Oh, no, you're coming in too soon! You're coming in too soon! Oh, play out!
No, I'm going deeper. Balls deep.
Okay, right. We've just got Balls Deep. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Magaz, the UK ICS Captain. I'm here with...
Foster, the other ICS Captain for the UK.
And our good friend...
Shorty, ICS Captain for the world.
Okay, sweet. So this is a mini episode of the podcast. It's not going to be like the ones that you're used to, where we're sat in front of the camera and half of the cast are pissed. This time we're going to get straight to the point. We're not going to fuck around, and we're going to talk about Airsoft.
Still pissed.
It's completely lies. We're going to get distracted, and... Yeah, so let's get balls deep. There we go. I'm going to cut that right at the beginning of the podcast, and nobody's going to realise that we didn't do that at the beginning, we did it at the end.
Wow.
Good times. Wait, did I leave that bit in? Dickhead.
And point 3, so it'll take about an hour.
Alright, cool.
No, that's pretty cool. It seems alright. I might need to get one off your mind. Fell off and snapped into 3 pieces.
I'll just print lots of them.
Yeah, but we don't know if it works. There's no point printing lots of them.
So I can't hear. All I can hear is printing.
Alright, can you?
Print them all, man! That's what I can hear.
These are the times you remember why Shorty and Des were friends.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing. Oh, I'm not listening. I can't hear you. It's the trick for how they never got in trouble with the parents.
And even then,
don't do that. Oh, I can't hear you. Oh,
even then, like, Des didn't really get in trouble. It was boom! Derek? No.
Mike. Derek.
I remember when he shot me in the nose, point blank, made it bleed, got grounded, and then an hour later I was speaking to him. He's like, oh yeah, I'm outside. What? yeah. They decided to unground me. What the fuck?
So, right. Balls Deep, the Airsoft podcast. We've kind of... Yeah, this is what we're doing right now. Not remember?
What?
No.
We're podcasting.
What's going on?
You all know this. We've talked about it. Yeah, just a short one, a little one. We'll touch the cloth, you know. Maybe not the cloth, just the sides.
Short one. 3 hours later, we'll still be talking.
Yeah, that's.
And we won't have got past the first topic.
Yeah, we won't even got past the intro, because every time I try to introduce the podcast, you guys are like, "Oh well, sausages."
No, we need whiskey before anything.
Oh no, dude, no. Whiskey is officially banned from the podcast. Fucking. Well, no, hang on.
Evils.
Yeah. Whiskey is only banned in the presence or proximity of Des, and any kind of alcohol is banned in the proximity of Simon.
No, Simon's ace. He gets posh. He gets posher the more he drinks.
No, have you seen that episode of the podcast where Simon's ranting and shouting and getting really angry at stuff?
The problem was your live podcasts and that were pretty long, so I kind of drifted.
No, this wasn't one of the live ones. This was just like the time where I think it was me, Elliot, and Simon were down at the studio.
I will have to find it.
It's somewhere on the channel. It's called the...
Link me.
I'll find it later.
Link me.
I'll link it later.
Well, that's all I was asking
link
for.
Link it. youtube.com/Magaz. Then search Balls Deep. You're linked.
I'm not searching through it all.
So it's the one... I think it's called, like... It's episode 7. It's like episode 7.5, the one we shouldn't have released.
Perks of being your friend is I don't have to look for things, you just send them to me.
So the idea with this is we never get the opportunity to get everybody together to podcast anymore, and people want more episodes of Balls Deep. So what we're going to do is do some sort of different episodes of Balls Deep using the CBNPC Discord chat to get as many of us together on a regular or semi-regular basis to talk about Airsoft, random shit, and get sidetracked, waylaid, and end up, in fact, talking about something that's completely not Airsoft. Sound good?
Yay! Are we actually live? Are you recording this now, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you didn't do an intro. You just kind of, it's like you were telling us what you were doing.
We were going into the podcast just naturally, so it was just hey,
Or
guess
natural.
what? We're podcasting. But, you know, we can come up with some kind of intro if you want.
Yeah, do some sort of intro sound effect. I want an intro
No,
sound effect.
not a sound effect.
Give me a sound effect.
Shorty, give us a sound effect. There's no sound effect. But I'm going to briefly explain to the listeners what is going on. I'll probably cut that original intro because, yeah. So we are.
It didn't go well.
We're officially. It went quite well. I'm happy with it. But we are podcasting right now. Shorty has disappeared. I'm assuming he will reappear at some random point. But
He's like the drunken mate on a night out who disappears.
And then reappears right at the end with a kebab. You're like, where'd you get that from? It's like, some homeless guy. Like, you steal a homeless guy's kebab? Yeah. Balls Deep is back. This is the first episode of the new incarnation of Balls Deep. It's like, imagine if Balls Deep, as we knew and loved it before, was...
better, because now I'm in it.
Well, we offered for you to come in it. We said,
I know.
Can we get in Balls Deep?
Afford me at the time.
You've made me lose my train of thought now. I forgot what I
I know.
was going to compare.
This is what I'm going to be doing
Deep
all evening. So get used to it.
All right. So basically, this is going to be a more frequent opportunity for us to actually get the guys together and talk about Airsoft, random shenaniga, and just create a podcast. Obviously, it's not going to be the same as the original sort of podcast because we're not all in the same room. For fuck's sake. I'm trying to do an intro for the third time. What? Shorty, we're recording.
I can't hear it over this tasty biscuit Nutella biscuit.
Oh, maybe one.
Email me one.
Email?
Yeah, email me a biscuit. Snapchat me a biscuit. A soggy biscuit and 5 ducks.
1 star review.
1 star review. We've got to make all these patches.
Oh, I've got some other patches I'm going to make, but I'm going to keep them hush. Which is
cool.
kind of makes them pointless to talk about on here.
Yeah. So, right, we're in it. We're in the podcast now. This is happening.
I don't want to do a podcast. I wanted to do some PUBG.
Is that what you thought we were doing?
Yeah.
You know, no, I was saying like...
It's a long day. I come home, I thought, what should I do tonight?
Well, Shorty, you play PUBG, because I'm on Borderlands, and we'll just chat about Airsoft while we're playing.
This episode of the podcast is going to be great. It's going to be the one episode...
I got a podcast again. I thought about PUBG again.
No, man, seriously. This is going to be the episode of the podcast where we just talk 20 minutes to talk about a podcast, and then everybody's logged off by now, like, fucking dickheads. We heard them, just with a bloody...
I can't find any ducks, you have to settle for them.
What, are you Snapchatting me stuff?
Yeah.
I haven't got a Snapchat.
Trying to find
Put it in the Discord chat. We tried to do a podcast the other day on the way back from a game, like me and Alan in the car. So basically we were using a Zoom H1 Mini just on the dashboard, just picking up our voices. You can hear our voices in the episode. We talked over some really good, really, really great topics. Unfortunately, you can hear a lot of car noises underneath. So it's not really listenable. So I reckon we should probably cover some of the topics we covered then and just generally talk Airsoft.
Oh,
yeah?
God, the reason I was talking then is because I weren't going to remember.
Yeah, but, you know, we'll just wing it like we always do.
I loved the outdoor section of the Foundry. I think it was good.
What outdoor section? Just the car park? The car park? Or the gate, the door going out to the car park?
The door there is the most entertaining door of any Airsoft site.
It's about 2 foot wide.
Has it got a glory hole?
It's legit a glory hole. That's the door.
Lee couldn't fit through it, which made it even more insane.
So I had my big bag on my back. I took loads of ICS guns so we could set them up and do a little like, all right, lads, look at our brilliant guns, mate. And then...
and apparently we went chavish.
Yeah. We turned into fucking Devo. And then I went to get through this door and my bag got stuck, my case got stuck, my rifle bag got... I'm like, I'm not getting in here, am I?
No, but I took a video on the way out, which has had more views than I thought it would on Instagram.
I'm surprised. It's pretty good. And it's got reblogged as well, reposted.
It did.
Yeah.
I can't remember by who, but it did.
ICSPA. That's
yeah.
Panama? I don't know. Philadelphia?
I'm losing track with all the captain's pages.
There are so many captain's pages now, it's crazy.
My Facebook and Instagram is literally the same thing.
Hey, Google.
Okay, Siri.
Curtis unplugged it.
Alexa.
It's what?
Oh, God.
Yeah?
Hey, Google.
Hey, Google.
Have you got the Google network?
Yeah,
According to Wikipedia, International Citizen Service is a global volunteering program.
Ask Google. Okay, Google. Can you hear me?
I've got my headphones on, sorry.
Put-
What you've done then is deafening me. Thanks.
Sorry. Put your headphones near Google. Let me talk to her.
Hey Google. Hey Google.
Ask Google what
How
Airsoft
much
is.
for hearing aids?
On the website bootshearingcare.com, they say, how much do hearing aids cost? Our hearing aids start from just £345
Very reasonable.
£495 per pair, with over 200 different hearing aids.
Just get a
in the
small
range.
little trumpet that fits in
The
your
right
ear.
hearing aid for you will
Wow, she goes on and on
She
and on.
really goes on, doesn't she?
See, this is what you should have got Alexa. She's miles better.
To read more, look for the link in your Google.
Oh, she
She
changed
went
voice.
American.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask her what Airsoft is.
Hey Google. What is Airsoft?
According to Wikipedia, Airsoft is a competitive team sport in which
Woo, we're
participants
sport.
eliminate opponents by shooting each other with spherical plastic pellets launched by
What?
the Airsoft
Parrots,
gun.
apparently.
Spherical parrots.
Yeah, spherical plastic parrots. There's a new patch we should make. Parrots being fired out of a gun. Shorty, what the hell is that noise? Are you having a wank?
He's travelling to Ireland.
Right, cool.
Bye, Shorty.
So anyway,
Off my mouth.
my other LiPo battery is just charged.
There was definitely no need to charge that. There must have been hardly any.
Right.
That was the second one, the one that I plugged in like halfway through the
Did
last
you know
game.
that if you leave your batteries on fully charged, they will degrade?
Cool.
I did not know that. I did not know that at all.
If you
LiPos. You weren't meant to discharge LiPos.
Yeah,
I thought they were
if
meant
you-
to stay charged.
if you discharge a LiPo completely, it ruins it.
Yeah, if you ruins it, but if you keep it fully charged or above, well, what are they? 2S, 3S? What are they?
I have no idea. I don't
Depends. It
understand.
varies depending on which one it is. Some are
Most of them
three.
like 7.4, 11, aren't they? So 2 or 3. So like, if you keep them like a 7S battery, sorry, 2S battery, if you keep it above 8 volts or 8.1 plus for a certain amount of time, someone's done some stats. It'll show you how much the battery will degrade in terms of its voltage capacity.
Am I,
So it won't last as long.
am I missing something? I thought there were 7.4s anyway, so they don't go above 8.
Yeah, they are 7.4, but when you charge them, they do charge up to like 8.
Go on,
Oh yeah, they
7.4.
charge at 8 and all that. So I've seen I've seen the charge. So you're on about if you left them on charge.
We're actually talking Airsoft things here.
No, not when they're left on charge. When you've
Can you
charged them
believe
up,
it?
right? So you got a battery.
Talking
You got-
Airsoft.
You got a LiPo balance charge or a LiPo charge, and you charge the battery, and you charge it to full, like, and it'll notice what full is when it's at like 8.1 volts or something. And then if you take that battery off the charger and leave it and don't use it and leave it fully charged, it will degrade over time apparently.
I just wind my batteries up. Clockwork.
Oh, fuck, I'm out of ammo.
So yeah, we are playing on Sunday. Shorty, are you going to come?
In your face.
No, to Sparta. Shoot people.
Unfortunately, I've been made redundant and working every hour God sends me.
I remember you telling me that now. Are you going to come on Sunday?
I've not
Just
been paid
broke it up on
since
the thing. That's
Friday,
nice.
so I have to make some money.
Man, on the street corner.
So if you want to donate, feel free.
If I had in it, I would.
You don't have to donate money, you can donate other things.
BBs?
Okay, I will donate Lee.
I'm not donatable.
Here you are.
I'm non-tax deductible.
So if IC was a thing.
I've put you on my tax renewal.
Oh,
Renewal?
Try Snapchat.
Yes,
Try
renewal.
Snapchat the creation in the works.
There's a
I'll
what?
I'll Snapchat the video image on my computer of the printer printing your
Oh,
part.
you've got a webcam set to it now, haven't you?
Yeah, it's really quite janky to get the thing to focus properly. Can't even
Oh,
fucking
crap,
see
I
it.
need to focus my thing. I'll do
Can't
that
even
now.
see it.
Oh, you need to
It's
focus
there.
your camera.
It's
Yeah.
there somewhere.
Yeah, it's dead simple,
Yeah.
dude. Dead simple.
Unbelievably out of focus.
Yeah, grab a screenshot out of it and show me.
Okay.
Limo.
This is where you tell me it's fucked, and it's not actually out of focus.
Yeah. Oh no, your lens is on backwards there, my friend. You can see into the future. What's great about that though is you can see the dickheads around the corner before you shoot them in the face.
It doesn't make sense, does it, Alan, that you will get a 7.4 battery LiPo battery, you think, oh, it will go to a maximum of 7.4 volts. It doesn't make sense to go above it. Otherwise, you call it an 8.1 volt battery, wouldn't you? You'd call it something else. But, yeah.
Well, like I said, I always just took it down to while it's charging, yeah, it charges above its capacity, to get it powered up. But then I just figured once it was charged, it was at 7.4. I never really plugged in to find out.
It's just very silly. And you have to be careful, like when I'm messing with a drone.
Snapshot, that's what I would do.
If you get something that will get fried on a higher voltage and you put a fully charged battery in, kind of got to be careful.
Oh, speaking of which, I've been trying to look for 12-volt batteries, right, for my fan system that are light and easy portable.
Is your printer in the garage or something, and you're like miles away?
You try and talk about Airsoft, and he butts in.
Sorry, I was just looking.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, you want to get something really light to power your fans. Why have you picked such high voltage fans?
Because they haven't. They're going to change actually, but the one I've got now needs 12 volt to run.
Oh wow! So you want?
I've already found the ones I'm going to use.
What, you get a 4-cell or 3-cell battery?
No, I'm not. I've got literally the most dinkiest, tiniest 12 volt Energizer batteries. They're literally 50 million.
Like 8 batteries together or something?
No, this battery itself is 12.
Oh,
it's tiny.
Oh,
it's
cool.
called an A23 battery. I'm guessing it used to be using cameras.
That's quite cool.
But it is only 50 milliamp, so I'm pretty sure it'll probably run out in an hour.
Well, no, is it just power fans?
Yeah, it's just one of the. It's actually one of the 3D printed fans.
Like fans take about 0.3 amps.
Yeah, but it depends whether
amps.
it can keep its 12 volt throughout its whole life. So if it drops off to like 9,
when it's fully charged, it'll be at what was it? Oh no, it's not a cell battery, is it? Oh,
no.
I don't know what it is when you max charge it, but it'll still try and run. It'll be light, but it won't.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the problem though. I had a 9 volt, the square ones.
Mm-hmm.
I had one of them, but the problem is, I found out after 20% in, they dropped to like 7 volt, and that.
So you got like a 12 volt one, and if it drops below 12.
Yeah, but I found a 9 volt isn't really enough when I get that hot to keep the fan, the air thing. So anyway, I've got a whole new system with 2 new fans that I'm going to design. And
okay. I was going to suggest just get some drone 4-cell tiny batteries. So
I looked at them, I think at one point. I can't remember why I didn't go for them.
Easy.
Yeah, I can't remember why I didn't pick them.
I don't know why. I mean, I bought what? I bought some 2-cell batteries.
Yeah.
350 milliamp hour for £4.50 each.
So one of them would probably do. Yeah.
For a good one, like 400 or something, that'll do you all day.
Yeah.
You can do the calculation. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the new system I'm looking at actually is 2 6-volt fans. They're going to be independent. They're only 30 mil, so I'm only.
Don't forget, you pick a 12-volt fan. It obviously the mechanics don't change. It's still spinning on a ball bearing, so they'll spin slower. You want to pick a decent fan.
I do, but the problem is the fan I've got's a bit too bulky at the moment. I don't like how big it is on the back.
Alright.
So I'm trying to slim down.
I have some spare fans if you want some here. I've got some 30, 40 and 50 mil.
So, yeah, if you've got 2 30 mil ones that are like 10 mil thick, I might come and try them.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them.
Because literally all the fans I've been looking at are off 3D printers.
Yeah, I thought
cool stuff down.
Yeah, that's right. I've got loads of them mounted everywhere. I've turned most of them off though.
I think Lee left.
No, I'm still here. I'm just listening to you guys in your bloody fan club talking about fans.
Fan club, I love it.
I'll just explain. This is all to do with I steam up every mask known to man.
Yeah.
This has been another episode of the Fan Club with Alan and Shorty.
Steam up my mask.
Yeah, I've steamed up every mask. It doesn't matter if...
I mean, like figuratively, you steam up.
But literally, I steam it up as well. No, but I'm trying to explain to the one listener that might listen.
The one listener who might need some fans.
Let's talk about cars, because I'm looking at the car.
Oh, no, it's off chat. Why are we talking about cars?
Anyway, Shorty.
Cars off game, so they're important.
In other words, in other news, we went to Foundry CQB. And Shorty, I think you'll fucking love that site.
It looks really good, and it's a shame that I can't go. I won't be able to go for some time. But maybe in the future.
I don't know, it's like Lee keeps rubbing it in.
Yeah, I'm not rubbing it in, I'm rubbing off. But I'm just...
It's a shame I can't go to this really, really great site because I've got to pay my mortgage, but it's okay, Lee. I'll one day.
Lee'll know what that's like soon.
Yeah, when I buy my house. It's a really great... Imagine Labyrinth. Would you say it's about the same size as Labs?
I still think it's bigger than Labyrinth.
I think it's
It must be
like...
bigger.
I think it's longer. It feels longer.
When you look in the mirror, it's always bigger when you look in the mirror. It's like that.
I think if you went back to Labyrinth now, you'd think, actually, no, yeah, this place is a lot smaller than the other one.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
But
definitely
it's-
here smaller though, so everything's
If
different.
you think about when you're at the labs, at the 2 respawn points, you've literally
Right.
only got that corridor, haven't you? And then,
Yeah, that's a fair
maybe
point, yeah.
a length of corridor. It's not that big, really.
But like with Labyrinth, I think it feels short as well because you can essentially run directly to the other spawn.
Yeah, there is
you
that,
just
but-
come out of blue spawn and just fucking hoof it up that corridor, and you're right, red spawn. But
But I reckon Labyrinth's probably only as big as the first spawn point at Foundry, you know, where you walk in,
yeah,
up to maybe the top of the ramp or the back of the ramp with the satellite dishes.
you think? I don't think it's that small, man.
Lengthwise, I think it is. But it's probably
about the
about as
girth?
wide, because you've got that bit off to the side, haven't you?
Have you seen the pictures that they put up
Foundry
today?
has more ceiling height.
They've yeah, Foundry's definitely got space for an upstairs, hasn't it? Well, yeah, they
Yeah, except for the roof might fall in on them.
yeah, they put a post up today saying they've completely redesigned the site.
I saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah, great.
it-
I've only
it-
just figured out where which
Yeah,
way it
I've only
was.
just figured my way around the fucking place, and you've changed everything. But it's good because next time I go, it'll be like a different site.
As long as they've kept it as flowy, because you
Yeah.
can mess it up, can't you? If you
Oh yeah, you can
Fuck around
completely
too
mess
much.
up a site. Recently,
Are you
I've
uploading something?
me.
Yeah, you're falling in and out of.
Yeah, it's
Chat.
because fucking Steam's updating. Bloody, what's it called?
Told you not to mess with it, but you won't listen.
Yeah, I won't listen. What you need to do is you need to go and ring up BT and say, hey BT, can I get some fast internet, please?
You ring
I'm
up
not with
BT and say,
BT.
"Fuck off, BT." That's what you should
I
do.
don't want to be with BT.
No, I won't want to be with BT. This shit.
No, well, luckily, that's why I got a nice deal with PlusNet, which is technically BT, but better.
And how's that working for you?
Well, they fixed the internet.
Yeah, but how long was it down for?
Oh, days. Only because it's a trial that I'm running. So I rang up the customer service, so they're like, what? You've got what at your house? We don't do that. I'm like, I know you don't, but it's a trial and you're giving it to me. Are we? Yeah, you are. Well, we don't know what to do with it. I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
Do
I thought you said you were
something,
with PlusNet.
please.
I'm with PlusNet.
So where's your Yorkshire accent when you're doing this? I hope they're all Yorkshire.
I can barely talk as it is with scab in my mouth. I can't do accents.
Can't do accents. Just do like Lee's Yorkshire accent. It's an Indian man.
Hello, my friend.
yeah, that's it.
Welcome to Yorkshire, where the God's country is greenest.
Wow. But yeah,
Well,
Lee,
that's
it's 20
why.
quid. It's 20 quid a month.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna look into it, but
I can't get it. There isn't many places in Britain that can.
no, but I'll be moving out very soon. So anyway, Foundry.
Yes. So yeah, like I said, they can redesign it. That's fine, as long as it keeps its same flow. There was about 4 different ways you could get in and out at the front, couldn't you? And then once you got in there, it was
This-
a bloody maze.
There's once you come out from your spawn, like if you're coming from blue spawn, like where we first started from, there's 3 ways you can go. You could
Yeah.
go. You could go left through the sofa room and then up through the flashy light room. You can go up to the radar, to the satellite dish sort of thing, or you can go up the ramp, and the ramp obviously takes to the satellite dish eventually. And from the
But it
satellite
all
dish, you
splits
can
off
go
halfway up,
through
which
the-
I found only in about the 3rd game.
The ramp splits
There
off.
was a shortcut. Yeah, there's a split off on the ramp halfway up.
I didn't know that.
You must have known about it because I've got a video of me shooting you at it. But maybe you were coming towards the ramp, so maybe you just didn't realise where it was. But you know when we were trying to get the box
Yeah.
of like, I don't know, I was trying to think of a disease.
Are you
and my
talking
mind
about?
went blank.
Are you talking about the back ramp, like the one that you run up and it's made of metal? It goes dunk 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 as you run along.
No,
it?
no, the main ramp.
The one in the middle, right after
Yeah.
you go. Right, no, I
As
wasn't
you
talking
run up
about
there,
that.
halfway up it, you can go left.
Yeah, yeah, I'd used that. I thought you meant like the big ramp at the back that leads up to the back. You know, like that metal one that you run along that you heard us all running on.
I think we talk about things a different way. I don't class that as the back, I class that as the right.
Well, yeah, that's the right. It isn't the back, obviously, not the back, but it's over. Yeah, that ramp is obviously not the
Yeah.
ramp you're talking about.
No.
But yeah, I knew about that.
What did that turn off? There were nothing. They were just literally straight round.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, where the hell does that turn off? That's why I was so confused.
Anyway.
But yeah, like I was saying before we got sidetracked, editing footage from this day is one of the best edits that I've had in ages. Like, there's been some games that I've been to recently that I've edited the gameplay, and it's taken me literally 8 hours to edit one video because I've been editing for an hour, and I'm like, there's just fucking nothing good in this game. And then I'm like, I can't sit here editing this gameplay because it sucks. And then I get distracted, come back, and I'm like, oh fucking, it's like a hard slog. But I've done 2 full fucking videos in like a day and a half, just because the gameplay is.
I haven't actually looked at mine.
The gameplay is so fast, so exciting, so fun. The site was so much fun. I had such a great time there that it was just so easy to edit. An hour.
Wow.
Yeah, it's.
If I drive and Lee doesn't, it'll fall under your hour threshold.
Yeah.
And if we don't get lost.
Yeah.
That ticks the box for me. That really ticks the box.
Yeah. It's a good site.
Yeah, we did turn off the
I count the hour when I get to Leeds from then on.
Yeah.
The reason I put an hour on it is because it's an extra half hour on top of that for me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Well, would it be where you are? Is it not that easy to get to things?
No, it's as broad as it is long. Like, it'll be what? An hour and a half to get there. If I go by the M62, it'll be an hour and a half if I go by Skipton.
Yeah.
So.
But it's Skipton. I remember first time standing played Airsoft at Elite CQB, and
Did you actually turn up?
yeah. this was before he got like complacent about playing and started getting bullied.
Yeah, has he ever been any different? Because I've never known him in the past.
No, not to be fair, he hasn't.
No,
he's always been a bit of a
wet
wetbag.
Used to be better.
No, he's never.
He only quits because he comes and realizes he's no good at it.
He can't climb through a window. Anyway, yes. So we basically we ran a private CQB event at Elite CQB.
He comes and realizes he's very good at it.
So we ran this private CQB event, and Plumber brought standing. I'd only been driving about 6 months, something like that. Plumber went, "Oh, I'm not going to be able to drop you off, standing. I've got to get back." So I went, "Yeah, no worry, man. I'll drop you off." And he's like, "All right, I've got to go past my mum's first and pick up a key." I'm like, "All right, no worries." And I didn't know he lived in fucking Skipton at the time. So we loaded all this shit in my car. We get in. I've no idea where the fuck his mum lived, but we had to go around these country fucking crazy roads.
Yeah, it's a long way.
No, this went to Skipton first. We went to fucking somewhere else. Like an hour's drive to get to wherever his mum were living. Down
Where
these.
was it?
I have no idea. He was just like navigating and shit for me. It was crazy. And then we went to Skipton, and I'm like, Plumber said you were 10 minutes away. What the fuck's going on? But yeah, nah. So I got jibbed into that. But it was alright, because I dislocated my finger that day, and standing pulled it, and it went back in. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Swings
Swings and roundabouts. Oh my god, yeah. Dude, that was fucking killing for days. So there was a game partway through. Like, basically, half of the players on the site only played for the morning.
There was an option to play for half a day, weren't there?
Yeah, but it's not much less expensive, so we opted for the full day, because men.
Yeah, then
It's nice that they offer that. Like,
yeah, but there was only a $5 difference.
yeah, well, still, it's
I mean, I've done
understand
it.
it from their
I've done
point
it
of
at Swap before, where we were like, I think 20 quid or something. I just played until 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, if I lived nearby there, I'd be tempted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sunday morning, then you've got afternoon, and you do what you want.
Yeah. But anyway, so in the afternoon, there were literally 6 of us left. And it were me, Alan, and this one guy from Blue Team. And then there were this guy and his 2 sons who had literally been playing for a month. Or did he say 3 months?
He said 2 of them have been playing 3 months, and one of them, it was his first ever game.
Yeah, that's it. So the
marshal decided it wasn't very fair.
The marshal said, yeah, basically, if you two, basically us two could have took on everybody else, couldn't we?
We should have done that.
We definitely should have done that. But we would have just ripped him a new arsehole to be polite about it, wouldn't we? So they put Alan on their team and put one of
they
their
decided
team
the
on.
captains had to split up.
Yeah, they basically swapped Alan for somebody, and then the guy who they swapped for you, I kept just fucking shooting him because I was so used to shooting him all day. So why you keep shooting me? Well, you were on the enemy team 10 minutes ago. What to do about it? But yeah, so
turn court.
Basically, it was a domination game. So it was like a team deathmatch, and then every now and then the marshal would find his way to another spot, and then call it out that this is the spot we had to occupy, and then we had to hold it for 45 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't know where some of them areas were.
Yeah, neither did I. And
it echoed in that place.
I was just running about until I could find out where everybody were getting shot at. I'm like, oh, this must be it. Oh, I've just shot my entire team and lost. I've got to start again now. But yeah, so there were a point with the radar, like the satellite base, where Alan had found this fucking awesome little corner that no matter where he came from, he had it fucking locked the fuck down. And there's a point where I just took this corner and I was about 8 feet away from him. You can hear it in the video. I just go, my fucking finger! And seriously, like, then my finger has only just stopped being like, you can still see it a little bit on the knuckle.
It was a good area because I kept moving.
Oh, right. Well, that...
I kept being in different spots.
Yeah,
so
that
I knew as
sort
soon as I
of...
come back,
yeah.
you'd be aiming where I was.
That corner behind that satellite dish, it's so fucking hard to attack. Like, in fact, coming both ways at that satellite dish, it's hard.
Well, you could... I'm surprised someone... Well, in fact, at one point, someone did nip around the left and come all the way around the back.
Yeah.
Because I kept telling one of the other guys, like, look, keep watching, I'm flying... Because we've got it pretty much covered coming up the ramp.
Yeah, because your point at that where you had 2 points, we had 1 point, so you were like, we don't have to score any more points, let's just stop.
The military kept trying to take it, I'm like, just leave
just
it. If we run out of time, we're going to win.
Yeah, you would have had it. Yeah. But then there was a point where the other guy on our team went and started camping somewhere for some reason, and then my battery died, so I ran back into the safe zone right quick and started throwing a battery in. So it was basically just that rando guy and the Royal Marine Commando patches.
What, so the kid went and hid?
Yeah, the kid, he just went and hid somewhere for some reason. I didn't, for most of the game, I didn't see him at that point. He just fucking disappeared.
I did wonder at one point when I was playing, I just kept running into you two.
Well, no,
when you come back.
Yeah.
Because there were a few points that you and him were together.
Yeah, because we'd started like sort of moving together a little bit and trying to actually play effectively together.
Yeah.
It wasn't working very well, was it? I mean, we got a good fucking fair few pushes on you. There was that one where you guys were about to score a point, and I tried running in the room like 3 times. It weren't working, so I ran the whole way around the site and came in behind you.
That was in the bar, weren't it? I think
no, in the opposite side. It was the flashy light room.
Oh, yeah, the flashy light room. Yeah, she appeared behind us.
The flashy light room.
That's what they called it. It's called the flashy light room. When you see the videos, you'll see it's a room with a big fuck off orange flashing light.
Yeah, we're not making up really lame descriptions.
Like, right, the next domination point is the sofa room. Which room's that? It's the one with the sofa in it. Right, yeah, cool. See, when it was like the sofa room one, he goes, I was literally on the corridor outside the sofa room, and he was in the bar, because it was the bar last, and he went, the next domination point is the sofa room. I just turned around and walked into the sofa room, like, yep, it's mine now, boy. And he went,
we'd done that. When he did the bar, he did the same thing, so we pushed to the satellite dish, and he went, next room's the bar. That's behind us.
Yes, he just stepped into it. Yeah.
Step in there. That's yeah, but there was a few times he shouted, I'm like, I'm not even looking, I don't even know where that is.
Nah, I ain't got a fucking clue where that is.
No,
is that the fort? I'm like, the fort? There's no fucking forts in here.
At the top of the metal ramp?
Yeah, it's to be honest, I couldn't even fucking tell you. Somebody went, it's over there, and just started pointing in a direction. I just ended up in the bar, and I'm like, I guess I'm over here.
At one point, we had to hold next to the satellite dish. You know, that little where you come up the metal ramp.
Yeah.
We had to hold there, and I literally, as he shouted down to 1, I shouted hit, and he's like, you were close. You know? We'd literally just taken it as I got shot.
Yeah, man. It's fucking...
They were holding you guys off on that metal bridge for a while.
On your own.
I know. Well, I was telling one of the other guys to cover the other way, because I know how sneaky you were.
Yeah.
All my gameplay tactics were based on you.
Me being a sneaky bastard, just...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they were, when we were trying to take that satellite thing, I wasn't thinking about being sneaky, I was just thinking, if we just fucking rush it, because it's closer to our spawn than it is theirs.
Yeah. Well, that's the 2 tactics I know you take. If we're sneaky, or keep rushing the bastard until he takes it. Didn't work. Well, it did actually. I think. Did you get the point of that in the end?
Yeah, we captured it in the end. But it fucking took forever.
It. Yeah, I went back and twisted my ankle, didn't I?
Yeah. And then the last...
That's alright again now.
Alright, cool.
So we're good for Sunday.
Yeah, our team won in the end, because at that point we were 2 each. We got to 2 points each. And then he went, right, the final one is a satellite. I'm like, fuck off again. He's like, yeah, your last one's the hardest one. I'm like, we've already done this one. Oh. But we caught it dead quick. It was crazy.
Well, it was like 3 versus 2.
Well, 2.5 versus 2. I don't know where the fuck the other guy kept going to. You just...
The other 2 have been playing for 3 months.
Yeah, I know. But, yeah. Yeah, when you snapped your leg off and left, that game went downhill really quick.
Did it get a little bit easier to push?
Oh, fucking so easy. Yeah, I've been editing some of the footage today, and there's been some, like, I don't want to say like non-hit taking, and I don't want to say blind firing.
You do realise by you saying you don't want to say these things, you are saying.
Well, no, it's saying I don't want to say it. It's kind of implying it. I mean, like,
I think that it's quite difficult, especially hit taking, because it's such a quick environment.
Oh no, did you not see those screen grabs that I sent you in chat?
I'm going to say yes.
Oh, yeah,
Right, so there's a part where me and you are pushing. We're right by the enemy spawn.
Oh yeah, you were making some point about this, and I couldn't figure it out.
Right, so this guy comes around the corner as you're advancing on him. He fires at you, and as he's firing at you, I put 2 rounds into him. Right, and he like winces from the hit and ducks behind cover. So you take the hit.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I'm like, I couldn't work out if he'd, like, what was going on. I thought he was firing at me, but then when I look back at the footage, he was aiming straight at you, didn't even see me. So I shot him. He ducks back behind cover, and there's like a whole like second and a half, and then this gun just comes around the corner. Just the fucking gun comes around, and then bang, 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 and I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. I think you got me. And then, as I'm walking back towards him, he just steps out and puts his hand up and walks away like he's been shot.
I've killed them. I can take it now.
So, like, I killed you, and then you didn't want to die, so you thought you'd kill me and then die.
Maybe you just got really slow nerve endings. And
yeah, maybe it was like a 50, 25, 25. Just it took a little longer. But yeah, other than that, like, there wasn't really any non-hit taking or any cheat calling or anything. It was a...
No, I think the only one that was the thing that I saw that was major, and one that annoyed me because it hurt, is just that whole mess of what happened at the end of us getting the boxes. You know, that guy who then you power slid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
because you shot him, I shot him, and then he killed you because it was like a standoff between you both, or whatever, and then he turned around and shot me. It's like, thanks. Yeah, that hurt, and I've just shot you twice.
Yeah, well, I think that's the guy, when I was saying in the chat before that I think there was somebody who didn't like me and he was just out to get me every time he saw me. Just the manner... I didn't realise at the day, but he actually shoulder barged me, or it really looks like he fucking shoulder barged me after I shoot him.
Right.
I'm not going to say he did, because I don't want to say, oh yeah, he definitely did that, and he watched the video and go, no, I didn't, it was a bump, mate, I like you, you're nice. And, because I don't want to be a dick to people, it's not what I'm about, but it did seem like he was... Because when I went to fist bump him, I'm sure he said something like "fuck off" or something.
Enhance the audio. Let's find out.
There's a couple of like there is a time where I shoot him and he just goes "fuck off" or whatever, and then, but you know, like we all do that, don't we? There's sometimes where you think, "Oh fuck," you know, I got into a good position and got shreked.
Yeah, well, they did that. A few of them, I think, with me at one point. You know, when we were trying to get that box.
Yeah.
They pushed up the left hand side, and literally as they come out of their spawn, down that first side corridor with her just covering the whole thing.
Yeah,
but it was the only way we could hold them back, because the problem was that box was so close to their spawn.
It was fucking right on their doorstep, wasn't it?
Without them having a delay in spawning, it was freaking near enough impossible.
Yeah, I didn't. There was a point where I didn't, because before we actually switched, this is in the first game, before we switched around to coming from their spawn, I didn't know that was their spawn. And I just run on it, and this guy's in the doorway, and I just fucking shrek, and it's like, hey, mate, it's our fucking spawn! So I'm like, yeah, cool, you're dead. So I just shoot his mate then and just carry on running. I'm like, fuck that. You know, like the first time playing at a site, you don't know where anything is. You're just running about shooting people.
Yeah, well, really, we probably should have got there earlier to have a walk around and...
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Not get there after they'd done the safety briefing.
Yeah, no, that couldn't be helped though, could it?
No, we got lost.
We got, like, your car exploded.
I did with that as well.
Yeah.
Still not working.
Your car exploded.
It didn't explode, you know how dramatic it is.
Well, his car exploded, then he snapped his leg off.
No.
You know,
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. But his car wouldn't start. Like, he did it. Yeah. We went to studio, well, to one of my dad's buildings a couple nights before. Were it a couple nights before? Anyway, last week.
Yeah.
To do a video, and basically I drove into the building. Has got this big roller shutter on the front. You can drive a car into it. We could drive like 8 cars into it, but there's already 7 in there. So I drove mine in, and then Alan parked in front of the shutters. So on the way out. Shutters are up, I'm in my car waiting to move, and Alan's just like, I'm like, I'm not getting out of here ever, am I? So I had to push Alan's car, and it's a bigger car than my car, so it's slightly heavier, and it was on a 1 degree incline, shall we say?
The mildest slope ever.
Mildest slope. I fucking could not get that thing moving. I'm like, is your handbrake on? You're like, no, you just shit. I'm like, yeah, cheers, man. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, we got out. So it was doing the same thing again.
You need to get to the gym.
Me, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude, definitely. I think, looking back at that last game as well, I was so fucked by the end of that last game, which is why, when you snap your leg off, I was quite relieved. Because I was like, I can't go out for another game, and I'll fucking fall over. So
I don't know what it were there, though, because I was like that, running around. I felt really short of breath.
Yeah. It's because we were in Yorkshire.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just bad air. I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, no, I've never felt like we've been in Labyrinth before and never had it.
Oh, we have tore ass around Labyrinth and been alright, but maybe it's because there's slight slopes. It's these slight 1 degree inclines, isn't it? Fuck us up.
I know what it is. I'm unfit. Really unfit.
I think it's the same for me as well. I'm quite unfit as well.
Maybe, see, I told you it's bigger than Labyrinth.
I think it was just a new site, and at Labyrinth now I've got a technique. If we're at Blue Spawn, we're attacking Red Spawn, I run and get in them air vents. And it's just crawling about, moving back. So
Which makes for great dark footage.
Oh, yeah. No, if you could see in the air vents, that footage would be so fucking good. If you could see it all at that site, that footage would be so fucking good.
But no, I think that was half the issue. I think that's why I was so dead, because I was trying to move faster.
Yeah.
To try and get some footage, which won't come across in the footage, because I'm still a slow bastard.
Nah, be right. As long as you're not doing like a...
Hey, I'm happy I got the first kill of the day. So. From my quick little movement up the right hand side. Shorty Shorticus. Will you guys shut the fuck up?
No, it's sent as a... Are you sending us links to cars or something? What the fuck's this?
Why are you sending us car configurators? I'm not making a car for you.
Send me a rifle configurator. I'll make you a rifle for you. But...
When you click on it, what happens?
It comes up at the start, so we can pick our colours and car and whatever else.
Oh, so it doesn't. So were you thinking it was going to save? Hang on a minute. What's this? So, Turgay, who's the Turkish ICS captain, has put up a video saying ICS CXP Hog new challenge, 20 seconds dismantle. Can you do it?
I've seen videos of someone doing it. Their rear pin seems really loose.
Yeah, they've probably loosened it. So he's taken the magazine out, popped the pin, opened the receiver, taken the upper gearbox out, barrel and hop out. Now he's returning the barrel and hop. Gearbox is going in. This is a good way to snap your tappet plate.
I thought that the way he it down.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely recommend we're going back to that site. It was really good.
It's just a shame it isn't closer. I love weak games there.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we just need to open our own site, really, don't we? So then we can just do it closer.
No, we won't do anything.
Yeah, I drove past them fucking factories near your house again. You know the ones we drove past the other day, and we're like, they'd be a good house. Yeah. So I'm like, well, I've been helping taking my sister's stuff to the post office again, like big fucking bags of parcels.
So does she not have a thing with that where they just pick it up?
I reckon she could probably set one up, but no, we've got to take them to the post office.
Right.
So we ended up going over to Aussie Post Office yesterday and today, and both times I drove past that warehouse, and I'm like, there's nothing in that warehouse. Why is it not an airsoft site? Because it is fairly big, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Like
it is big.
If we open up Google Maps, I'll find it.
Airsoft site owners must have some sort of deal with cost, because there's no way they can pay a normal price what it must be for them factory sizes.
Nah,
I had a look for thinking it's a fortune.
Yeah, I remember when we were talking about it, and it's fucking so much, isn't it?
There's no way in all airsoft sites like that, because they're normally run-down buildings anyway, aren't they? You know, the Foundry one, it's not, the building itself is... You wouldn't rent it out normally, would you?
No, probably not.
But it makes for a perfect airsoft site.
And that's all that matters.
We don't care.
Have you seen the pictures on their Facebook page of that building when they first got it?
No, I didn't look that far back.
It looks crazy. It's just, it doesn't even... there's just stuff everywhere, like piles of wood and just stuff everywhere. Like, how did they get their heads around organising all that shit and turning it into something useful?
Yeah. Must have a while. No wonder it's open every night.
Yeah. I mean, they're in practically in the middle of a city centre as well, aren't they? Like Leeds.
Yeah, it's not far away, is it?
So I mean, like they must have quite a popular sort of player base that.
Well, Foundry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tend to like games most nights as well, don't they?
Yeah, that's what we're
Yeah,
saying.
Leeds being the working class city that it is, will probably have a lot of people playing on it.
So what you're saying is we need to start in Preston.
Well, this is what we like when we were talking about it
Um,
before. That's what you
no.
said, isn't it?
Not Preston.
Why not Preston?
Well, Preston is more central, it's a better place to put things, but I actually know you might be right because there is a place, it's got good motorway links. So you've got Cumbria people, your Lancashire people, your South Lancs people, and your North Manchester people come into it.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be a sound plan, but I don't know what your player base is like in Lancashire. It always seems to be Manchester.
There is like a low key fucking player base around Aki and that.
There's a site anyway in Preston, there's an outdoor site.
In
What
Preston?
site?
Yeah.
And
We don't talk about outdoor
no,
sites.
we don't talk about woodland sites. What the fuck are you on about? Fucking
No,
woodland
Coop's
sites.
been trying to get me to go to things.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Weeks.
He's been trying to get me
And
to
then
go.
he put a picture of him covered in mud. I'm like, my God, I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah, I was saying this the other day. I was thinking,
It's like
shit,
no-
man. I think I'm turning into an old man now.
I don't mind going in summer. I just can't mess with mud.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, I'm like, nah, fuck this. Mud.
Wow, you are really bad on your mic.
Oh, sorry.
It's like he's been abducted by aliens.
It is. It's kind of like that, and also he's drunk, like drifting in and out from the mic.
I think it's quite good, it adds like an extra dynamic.
I'm
He
here.
does this every cuts out when he's talking.
I'm still here. I'm here. See? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Wonder if he's going to come back.
Stop trying to troll me, you tit box. So yeah, he does. He keeps saying like, "Oh man, I should." It's only like literally fucking 10 minutes away as well, and I reckon.
Yeah, it is close. I will go in summer when it's warmer.
Yeah, we should definitely go when it's like airsoft weather. But what bugs me about that place is from all the pictures that I've seen and everybody I've talked to who goes there, it's all full automatic and box mags. It's all like
So sniper rifle them.
yeah, it's all fucking just like. Shorty'd fucking love it.
Go with your high HPA.
You know, in fact, you know
you
what?
got rid of it, didn't you?
Yeah, no, it's still got its HPA guns. It just doesn't have his saw.
Right.
You don't really need the saw anymore because it can fire faster than fire on a normal mag than an M16. So yeah, I got a drum mag for the M16.
Is this the drum mag that never works?
Sorry, what is it? AR-15, should I say?
Yeah.
I still miss your sniper rifle.
Oh, dude, I was dreaming about that the other day.
What?
You were fucking
sniper
bolt action. I've been having airsoft dreams recently. And I was having flashbacks to that day at Budby Woodland. Legit, the last time I played Woodland, I think.
Right.
And it was a fucking really nice day. And I was using your sniper rifle. So for those listening, it was a Tokyo Marui G-Spec. Externally, sort of. Literally everything inside.
Sort of.
So basically, you bought the outer barrel and receiver of a Tokyo Marui G-Spec. Because that's all that was left.
I bought a G-Spec and replaced.
Everything.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like you.
Even the suppressor, I like modified it.
Yeah.
It's great.
So,
You
so
never modify your
it had a Mancraft SDIK inside it, powered by HPA, obviously, and it had this tiny little tank, which was in my Viper Daysight. And it was just, like, the line was super mini. It was the tiniest fucking air hose.
It's like a 4mm.
Yeah, it was fucking tiny. It was brilliant. So it didn't feel like I was using a HPA gun. Yeah. And then that 2-inch sort of just, that micro bolt pull. It's the micro penis of bolt pulls. It's just, and it's done, and it's done. It's fucking brilliant. And it was going at like 490 odd feet per second, and it was just fucking dead on for miles.
Yeah, it's great.
And it was a fucking brilliant day. Like being on top of the fort, and there's one shot that I put in the 2016 best shit that's happened this year video, where I was on top of the fort and I just pop up, see this guy just stood. He's easily 65, 70 meters away. Single round and it hits him. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And I just pop back down and cock the rifle. Yeah, man, fucking that would do that.
That's the only gun I have from my airsoft experience where I remember all the good shots I don't really remember
Yeah.
good shots with like other guns, but that one, like certain shots where you fire so far away that
It feels unbelievable, and you're like,
Yeah,
that was
people are
fucking
like-
amazing.
no way, he didn't get me from over there, and
And that gun's easily 600 feet per second, Marshall!
yeah.
I've seen you get
Such a-
chronoed with that gun so many times.
I know it's a real shame that I know the first time, what's it, Sam Woods?
Yeah.
He never came, but I think the second or first time I went there, had the gun, and it was a game where everyone against one person. That one person has unlimited lives, and he can kill and get you into his team.
Oh, infection.
Like infection.
Yeah, that's funny. So, like, as you can imagine, it's like Operation freaking Flashpoint. Everyone's walking in a big line through the
Operation
forest.
Flashpoint, fucking hell.
Yeah, what a good
Flashback.
game that was. And everyone's walking a big long line, and I remember seeing the guy behind a fallen down tree, a big thick one, like, I don't know, about a metre thick, and seeing his head and seeing him pop up, but not engaging because we're too far away, he's too far away. So I shouted, "Enemy, 12 o'clock," and I quickly aimed my sniper rifle and shot in that direction, aimed at the tree roughly, shot in that direction to tell people where I'm shooting at. So that's where he is, because behind the tree. It went all the way in, and because the tree curved up above the ground by like 2 feet or a foot, it actually hit him in the shin. And it was like...
So it went like underneath the tree.
Yeah, the guy stood up and went, "Great shot," and put his hand up and counted to 10. I was like, what
Fucking
the
hell.
fuck was that? Why is Lee not here? Why is that not recorded? So that, I'll never forget that. That's what, yeah, lots of shots.
I've heard stories though about you and cameras, Shorty, and recording.
I love cameras.
You like to knock them out of place.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day when we were at SOU Cooler, and we got in that Volkswagen Golf, and you had the saw. And like, I spent all that time fucking carefully setting your camera up so it was right. And then you get into the camera and just fucking headbutt the door. You're in the back seat. All the footage is just looking at the fucking ceiling. And I'm like, fuck's sake!
By the way, I'm very quickly falling out with Mobius cameras.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I've just looking through my first person perspective, and out of 14 of them, only 4 of them work.
What?
The other 10 are corrupted.
How have you got so many video files? For a start. You need to...
It only does like 10 minutes, and then it...
Oh, dude,
So
no,
what's the next
I've
one?
got mine set to maximum, so my video...
Yes, but you never give me all this information.
Install...
You just said, get this camera.
Right, hang on.
So I did.
Oh, the teacher.
I'm gonna send you a link to Mobius setup.
You skipped all that bit.
Yeah, I forget that I fucking spend ages being retarded and reading all this stuff, and... Like, hang on a minute, which one do we need? Right.
This camera's awesome, by the way.
Sounds like
We've got
my
15 years
I've
worth
sent
of-
you a link in here to Mobius the downloads page. It's the top
I'd
one.
love to go on it, but my mouse has stopped working.
All right, you don't need to do it right now, but in
No,
fact you could do because I can
so
talk you through it.
Well, that's not what we want while we're in the chat, is it?
Don't want anybody.
But yeah, it's the
Oh,
end
have we
setup.
finished the chat, or
No, keep going.
What? It meant to be a short one.
Yeah, it is a
Been about
short
an
one
hour.
because we haven't fucking we didn't start until half an hour into it because we're trying to do an intro fucking 7 times.
What's this? We? You were trying to do an intro.
Yeah, but anyway, yes. So changing topic slightly, we're going to.
Indians in these cars anyway.
Yeah, we can't. It just sends you to the fucking default page, man. But yeah, so we are going back to Camp Sparta this weekend.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice long trip for you.
Yeah, it's not that bad, dude.
Are you driving?
Yeah,
Okay. So I'll come back and tell me it's not that bad.
I've driven there and come back and said it's not that bad. In fact, last time I went, it was me and Jimmy D, and part way on the way back, my exhaust fell off. Well, it didn't fall all the way off. It just like the actual, it fucking split. So it was, like when your exhaust breaks and it just fucking drinks fuel.
Yeah.
I don't know the science behind it, but for some reason, as soon as your
That's
exhaust
alright.
breaks, your car's like, "Hey, my exhaust broke. I'm fucking really thirsty. Check this out, boys." And it just drinks all your fuel. So anyway, it cost like fucking 30 quid to get back. And then I dropped Jimmy D off, and I was driving up my street. I went over a speed bump, and the whole fucking exhaust came off.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, fuck. So I just had to pull over, get out, pick up this fucking exhaust, and just jam it into my car.
It wasn't hot.
Oh, I found options.
it didn't feel that hot. I just grabbed like the end bit of it and just dragged it in. It wasn't like the whole fucking thing, like everything from the front, like from the back box, the fucking, not the silent, what the fuck they call that tailpipe fucking looking thing that you put bananas in. It basically was just a fuck off chunk of exhaust. I just picked up one and just fucking threw it in.
Catalyst.
That ratio's only set to 43.
Yeah.
What? Get out of there. Where's your 16x9s?
It's not there. It's just Lee never told me about all this.
I'm just updating the program.
Is there any of your programs that are up to date?
No. But yeah, so this time I don't think it'll be too bad. But it's going to be a tight squeeze. Me, Jimmy D, and Coop. It was a tight squeeze, just two of us in my car, wasn't it, dude?
No. Yeah.
Mind saying that, like, neither of them two have a new pro gun case, and Jimmy D is literally just bringing a plate carrier in his mask because his gun's still dead, so he's using one of my Mars rifles.
Well, it won't be tight. I'm supposed on the way over it won't be a tight fit because someone might as well come with me, otherwise I'm on my own.
Yeah, if you want.
And that's on the way over it, see, and then on the way back, if you need to, just dump some stuff in mine, like your stuff, and I'll drop it off when I get home. I'm on my own.
I don't think it'd be too bad, like, because I don't think there's any more stuff coming than what me and you took.
But you do realise that filled the back of your car, right? You need to get a third person in there.
Yeah, but like we could have fitted in like more strategically if we'd tried, if we needed to. Like it would just because
the cases aren't the most strategic things. Them cases.
No.
Actually, I might not even be in the thing yet if we can't get it working.
Might be in the red one.
Yeah.
Well, everyone knows red cars go faster.
This one doesn't.
No. But yeah, I'm super excited about Sparta this Sunday. It's going to be great. It's been fucking forever since I've been there. And like, it's been forever since we've been there with more than just one of the team. So there's going to be 4 of us there, which is going to be good. And we're definitely going to get some shit hot footage and get on some roofs, do something silly. Usual stuff.
So what settings am I messing with on here?
Right, I can't tell you because mine's still updating.
God, it took me, it's like 8 meg.
I know, but it's just, I don't know what Steam's going, isn't it?
Right, no.
Oh, Steam is literally just finished.
8 meg.
I know. Do you remember when I told you my internet is dead shit?
Connect it to your phone. We can use a 4G McGregor.
Right, so shall we end it there then?
I would advise to do that, yeah.
Shorty, as a podcast connoisseur, is telling us we should end the podcast here. So we're going to end this sort of trial episode of Balls Deep. What are we calling this, guys? Because it's not like the actual...
Deep balls.
It's like a Balls Deep Minisode. Mini balls.
Deep balls.
It's what?
Deep balls.
Deep ball. No, that's not good.
You know, I don't see you coming up with anything better.
I'm trying!
Ooh, touch the nerve.
Touch our nerves. Anyway, yeah, so we'll basically just cut this here. We'll make something interesting out of this episode. And we'll try and do these more regularly with a variety of people. We can even invite other guests on to be guests.
Well done.
Guests.
Thanks for that.
Fuck, I'm so tired, man. What I was trying
to be guests.
Right. So Shorty, as a podcast connoisseur, is saying we should end the podcast here. Can you tell that I'm going to cut all that bit out and just edit this bit in and pretend I didn't make a dick of myself? We're going to end it here, this mini episode of Balls Deep. You've been listening to me, Magaz. I was hoping I was really hoping that you guys would get a hint there.
I know, I was about to, and I thought, I'll let it just go to
Right. No, the problem is, I thought that's what you were going to do at the beginning to introduce us.
We did!
As I'm about to say who I was, you said it. So I thought, oh, fuck it. Right, fine.
Right, now, okay then. We'll finish this outro, right?
Start again.
Take 3 of the outro. So, podcast is a Shorty... Fuck off! Shorty, as a podcast connoisseur, has decided that we should end the podcast right here before it gets stale and stupid. You've been listening to a mini episode of Balls Deep. We're going to try and do these more often, more frequently, with more members of the team that you might not have heard from in the past, and probably some guests. Hopefully some guests, maybe some guests. I got the words right this time, which is good. We're on a roll here, boys. So you've been listening to me, UKICS Captain Magaz, and...
Me, UKICS Captain Foster.
Me, Antarctica ICS Captain Andrew Shorty.
Shorty, make Shorty,
That's a lie.
that's a total lie. Well, yeah, so thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed this, don't forget you can listen to all the other episodes of Balls Deep on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/Magaz, and you can check them out at soundcloud.com/CBNPC, and hopefully, if I get my finger out of my ass and actually do something, these episodes will end up on iTunes. So if they do end up on iTunes, don't forget to like and subscribe or whatever you do on iTunes, and leave us a 5-star rating or a 1-star. Pardon me, sorry about that.
You're so close to the end.
I'm so fucking close. Leave us a 1-star rating for that. Write something about 5 rubber ducks and a soggy biscuit.
Get it?
Shout out to our friends at Foundry.
Yeah, and our friends at Labyrinth for the 1-star reviews.
Hey Google. Hey Google.
Shorty's in his own little world,
Hey
apparently.
Google. There we go. That worked. What's Shorty?
Router, a power tool
What did you read?
used in carpentry for making grooves for joints,
Even the
decorative mouldings,
Even the
etc.
freaking Google.
Siri.
Hey Google.
What is Shorty?
Who's Shorty?
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
Check it out.
But I'm always learning.
Alright, so I've just searched for what is Shorty, and it says, boy better know.
Okay.
Wow. Way better now.
Yeah.
Well, I've been way better now.